Okay, we're working on the bugle call rag, and looking at version 1, I want you to work on some of these transitions. Okay, the first one will be the pickup notes after you've done all the harmonics, the pickup notes before you start the A section. Okay, that's your 9, 7, and going into your first chord, right? So we're going to go third finger on 9, first finger on 7, open note, and get yourself ready for this chord right after. Okay? Okay? So you practice that all by itself. 9, 7, while the open note is ringing, you're on your way to putting the chord down. Okay? That's the first transition. Now we're going to work on all the other transitions. That first chord we're looking at, 10 and 8, I want you to put the fingers down and strum it. Okay? I want you to count to 4, and on the next beat, 1, you're going to put the next chord down, which is 12, 11, 10. Okay? So on 10 and 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, like that. You're just strumming it. Okay? Back and forth between those two chords. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay? Just trying to make it so you can go from here to here between the fourth beat and the first beat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? Now let's work on going from that chord to the next chord. We have 12, 11, 12, and we're going to go to 9, 8, 9, and then drop your pinky. Like that. Sounds terrible, but it'll be good practice. So you're on 12, 11, 12. Strum that. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that. That pinky's going to be weird, okay? If you have to drop the pinky late, as you would on the, when you're playing it properly, that's okay. Starting on 12, 11, 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that, over and over and over again. Okay, the third line of the song, if you count the harmonics as the first line, the third line of the song, that first measure there, is its own transition. We're trying to get from here, right? And then we're trying to get from here to here. Okay, so we're going to take that middle finger and slide up and put the ring finger down on 12. You might have to pivot your hand to get there. 9, 11, drop your first finger on 10, and then drop your third finger on the 12th fret. Over and over and over again. Okay, that's its own thing. Work on that by itself. Okay, once you're there, you finish the rest of the measure off. It's not too bad. Okay, so that whole measure plus the next one, the transition would just be to move up to that 12, 11, 12. So you got okay. Now this switching from the 12, 11, 12 to down to 9, 8, 9 with the 11 in it, you've already done on the line before it, so that's good. Those are all the transitions you need to work on. It will help you through the whole song. Let's look at version 2 now. Version 2, okay, what do we got here? Let's look at it. All right, so everything else is pretty similar. The thing we need to work on is going from measure 7 into the end of 8, that jump there, and then on to the next line on 9. So let's look at starting on measure 7, just to get used to this chord again. We've got and then there should be a dotted line now where I told you to draw a line. You're going to move this whole thing up 1 fret to get the 10th fret, okay, for both those notes. Back to the 8 again. This is measure 7. Move it up. Just on those last 2 notes you moved up, okay? Here it is again. Then move. I held my pinky down. Let's do that one again. Sorry. Here it is again. What am I doing? One more time. Move it. What am I doing? Every time. Oh, we gotta take your pinky off. I'm trying to do 2 things at once. One more time on measure 7. That's right. One more time. That makes more sense, okay? So you're just trying to move up, and that last two notes there, you moved up. All right, the last thing today, we're working on the first measure of the next line. This is that awkward chord. All right, and I want you to put them down in the order that they're written, okay? So the way you would do it is, I want you to put your ring finger down on the 9th fret. What am I doing? I'm looking at it wrong. That's what it is, sorry. So you put your ring finger on 9, put your middle finger on the 8th fret, put your pinky down on 10, and your first finger down on the 5th string 8th fret. So you end up with this. In order that it's written. I want you to get used to taking your hand off and try and do it in order. I don't care how slow you have to go. Okay? Do it over and over again, and make sure you take your hand completely off before you do it again. Okay? That'll be the best help to get from that 3rd line into the 4th line. Okay? All right, that is going to do it for this week. Let me know if you have any questions. See you next week.